We all need a checkup every now and again to check on those important facets of life, whether it's the doctor or the dentist for our health, the family, even the car needs a checkup. But when it comes to our financial needs, sometimes we clutch. John Zaiser is here from Country Financial to tell us why it's so important to have a good insurance and financial checkup. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
So what's the #1 reason why it's important for people to have that checkup?
Well, I think the one most people think of right off the bat is they get their premium notice in the mail and they think, my gosh, it's gotten more expensive. So saving money is a big one, that people need to look into those things. If there's a major life change or something that goes on, or you make an improvement to your house or even your health, it might be something to talk to your insurance agent about. So yeah, those are a couple things that you would want to definitely sit down and do a review.
And those bring up lots of questions. I remember just having my first child and thinking, oh my goodness, what does this mean now in terms of insurance and education and planning for her future as well? All that good stuff.
Lots of things to think about. Those are all great examples. Graduating school, high school, college, getting married, getting divorced, having a baby, buying that first house, a new car, all kinds of things that really should prompt you and say, hey, I should probably sit down and make sure I've got this covered correctly, I'm insured properly, and I'm getting the best value.
So what does it entail if I want to get that checkup? If I know I've been putting it off and I want to give you a call and find out what happens actually during a checkup, what do you do for me?
Well, usually what we do with clients or prospects is sit down and kind of go through the coverages they have, talk about the coverages they'd like to have, what's covered, what's not covered, what would happen if you did have a claim on your house or your auto insurance, or even we get into talking about life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance. You know, what types of things do you want to happen if something were to happen to you? So it's you know, really the nice thing with what I do is I can cover all those things, and so we go over those, make sure you've got kind of a multifaceted plan to cover all those things.
Are there common things that people would maybe forget about or forget to ask you about when you go through that checkup? They go, oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, things like improvements to the house. You know, maybe you put on a new back patio or a new roof, those types of things. Upgrading vehicles. You know, maybe you had a coverage for roadside assistance that you had when you bought the vehicle new, but now you don't have that. Those types of things.
I would imagine retirement's a big one too.
Yeah, when we talk about retirement, those types of things, a lot of people when they change jobs, you know, they're no longer contributing to that old retirement account, so they need to do something with that, make some decisions. Updating beneficiaries, those types of things are all things you should review periodically.
Now let's say I'm a young couple starting out and I've not done much of any of this before. Will you kind of hold their hand and walk them through the process? Yeah,
so in my mind, a good advisor or a good financial person or agent even is someone who's really going to sit down and teach you, you know, be a good teacher, teach you about the things that you need to know, because honestly most people don't know what the different coverages are and things they should think about at different stages of life. So someone who's a good teacher, someone you trust that can sit down with you and kind of walk you through that, put together a game plan, and really has your best interest in mind.
Some great advice, John Zaiser. How do people get in touch with you?
Well, I've got an office in Mackinac and Pekin. We serve all Central Illinois. I'd say if you haven't given Country Financial a shot, there's a lot of great Country Financial reps all throughout Central Illinois that'd be happy to help you with these types of things.
And we'll make sure this interview goes on our website so people can come back and access you as
Excellent.
needed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us on Living Well.